There's this saying that goes, if you don't know where you're from, you sure don't know where you're going.
Track down and sack! Odafe Oweh!
Stop playing with me! When you meet Odafe at first, you might not understand how strong he is. Growing up, his nickname was Lion. The lion, like we rightly know, is a very strong and prideful animal. If you push the lion, you will not like the response. So Odafe has that inner strength in him.
People tend to butcher Odafe, that's his full name, so I usually go by Jason.
What do you want to go by, though?
I want to go by my African name, my actual first name, Odafe.
I'm going to call you Odafe, man. Shoot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's your name. Let's go.
A lot of people always feel like they got the dib on me. They know who I am. They know, everything about me just based off, how I play on the field. That's fine. I like to be reserved. I like to, understand that it's beauty in just having a mystery to who you are. I grew up in Howell, New Jersey. It was a different kind of environment. I was like the only person that looked like how I look like. I was bridging my culture, my Nigerian, background with American westernized, culture. And it was just like I had to be a good dose of both.
They've had to grow up in two cultures, the American culture and then, the African, the Nigerian culture. And the Nigerian culture is very communal. Everything you do is not just for you, it's to benefit others.
It was instilled in us to always believe in our roots, believe in education, and believe in who you are. So we try to instill that in our children. But I wanted to make sure that they knew where they were from and be proud of their roots, because they cannot be anything else but that.
I remember that when he was really young, we used to laugh because there were only 3 people that Daffy would let near him: his mom, his dad, and his older sister. Anybody else, and he would just take off running. He'd start crying if you even went close to him. And it was the speed with which he would run that we knew that he was going to be an athlete. This kid was, it was amazing.
Growing up, it was just tough because Odafe was hard to pronounce. As a impressionable youngin, I kind of took offense to that. So I decided to switch to Jason, my middle name actually. Every place I went, people had a hard time pronouncing it, and I would go through months, having to correct people spelling it. I got tired of it, so I decided to go by Jason.
He grew up in a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood, and they were always picking on him here and there, and my wife did not want him to change the name, but I was of the notion that at that stage in his life, if that was going to help him overcome the challenges he's facing within his peers, then let him do it.
I always called him Odafe, even with his friends around, and his brothers would adjust to Dafe, at home, and then Jason at school.
It was hard for the people to conceptualize where I came from, the foods I brought to lunch sometimes. Not everyone understands who you are and where you come from at first, and it's just for you to, explain it to them and embrace it and be yourself.
I took it as a point of duty to establish in him a confidence that he should have in himself, that always stand up for who you are. You cannot change who you are, that's who you are, be proud of it. And I'm so grateful that he also made the call to switch back to his original first name.
So Jason, I see you got your name on there as Dafe. Is that a nickname? Is that what you go by?
That's actually my first name. Jason's my middle name.
Okay. What do you like to be called?
Because people tend to butcher Odafe. That's the full name. So I usually go by Jason.
Gotcha.
What do you want to go by, though?
I want to go by my African name, my actual first name, Odafe. But
I'm gonna call you Odafe, man. Shoot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's your name. Let's go.
Welcome to the 2021 NFL Draft. The Baltimore Ravens select Jason Oweh, linebacker, Penn State.
People are referring to you as Jason, so we just want some clarity on that. That's all.
I've only heard Jason the whole time. Should we now refer to you as Odafe?
On draft night, the funny thing is I wasn't even thinking about that prior to that moment. And obviously it was a flush of emotions. Everyone was jumping around me. And then, it was a time where I had to talk to, the reporters and everything. And they were just like, Jason, Jason, Jason. But obviously I was around my family. And they all called me and referred to me as Odafe. And it was just kind of like conflict.
I don't care anymore. You're gonna have to learn how to pronounce. We did not know he was gonna do that. He never discussed that with us. A surprise for us as much as it was for other people as well. It came from nowhere and we're like, wow. I almost went in tears seeing him feel comfortable in his skin. I was very proud of him making that call.
I want to go by Odafe, that's my name. And, I don't care if it's hard to pronounce, you're gonna have to learn how to pronounce it.
Say it again. Yeah, Odafe. Odafe.
It was kind of like that switch and that momentum and that climax for me, really just having my presence felt and know that, this is who I am. You gotta learn.
Track down and sack. Odafe Oweh with the biggest play of his young NFL career.
She said, Mom, it just happened. And I said, guess what? You may have thought it just happened, but it really didn't. It's by design. You understood that you had to go back to the name that you bore. You left it for a reason and you came back to it because you understood, the time. You understood the time was now.
Stop playing with me!
I'm a Cali boy at heart. I love Cali. I've been going here all my life. Don't get me wrong, I love the East Coast. That's who I am. That's my identity and everything. But sometimes you just need a little break. A little break. What's up, Ryan?
How you doing?
What's up, man?
Good?
Good, man. How you been?
Good, man.
Ready to get work. Ryan always messes me up. Kicks my butt.
Yeah, good. Go, go, go. Keep going.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Push it. Push it. Push it. Push it.
There you go. 4, 3. Woo! Ooh. There you go. Come on. More.
It's my mission to have the strongest legs going into the season. So I can't work upper body right now because I just had surgery. So I can only work what I can. So my legs gonna be the most strongest, most explosive. Might run a 4.2, man.
Early in my career when I started Proactive, we had a group that was tagged Nothing But Freaks, and it was Freeney, Bullock, Suggs, Cromartie. It was a group of guys that were just freaky athletes. He kind of reminds me of that group. Really hard worker, very intense about taking his craft seriously, and that's the fun part when you have a guy that's like so gifted that really wants to be better and he wants to be the best and he wants to learn from all the guys before him. So you can just tell he craves that competitive spirit.
He knows he's frying my legs too. He takes advantage of that freak stuff. Odafe's a freak. Love being challenged. Makes you better in the season because everyone's trying to catch up. And I'm already there. Growing up for me, my dad's nickname was a lion. He would always tell me, you gotta be bold, you gotta be confident, you gotta show your presence whenever you come in a room.
When you meet Odafe at first, you might not understand how strong he is. The lion, like we rightly know, is a very strong and prideful animal. If you push the lion, you will not like the response. So Odafe has that inner strength in him, and that spurs him to do better for himself.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, hit it, damn it.
Every single time I think I'm gonna get it, it shows me I gotta get more explosive. We like that. It's something you gotta work on.
Physically, athleticism, he matches up with the greats that we've had. He's physically in that area, and it's gonna be fun to really just watch him come into his own and create his own legacy and work hard for it.
I lost so much energy, I need some fufu, some agusi stew, some type of Nanja food, some type of African food, man. I like to spend my off season in California because mainly it's just the peace and the calmness that it's for me. You know, I'm a chill dude. The sun, the beach, and my family's out here as well.
It's ready. It's cooked, just like mashed potato.
A lot of these dishes that we have in Africa, every country has their own version, right?
Every country has their own version.
But we're the best.
And we're the best.
Always.
I say Nigerian. Ghanaians, no. Senegalese, no. So I'll say Nigerians are the best ones that, you know, do the jollof thing. And then everyone is second, you know.
He is the kind of person that is very family oriented. He is only truly himself and relaxed and centered when he's around his family.
Now you gotta make 5 shots or else you can't go inside.
You cheater.
Come on, bro, it's life. It's not always gonna be easy. Someone's gonna always be trying to knock your shot out. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? See? See, man? That's all I needed, bro.
In our family, cousins are like siblings. They're exactly the same. Logan is like Dafe's little brother. Logan calls him Uncle Dafe because that is our culture. Anybody who's more than 5 years older than you is an aunt or an uncle.
You don't want to play sports?
No.
Basketball?
No.
Baseball?
No.
Soccer?
No.
Bruh, football?
No.
Do you want to be a surgeon like your mom?
No, I want to be a YouTuber.
A YouTuber?
And a TikToker.
A TikTok? Bro, you see our kids these days, man, you want to be a YouTuber.
It's just a great combination for him. Just the atmosphere of Southern California combined with family. He gets to eat grandma's food every single day. Being close to my family is perfect, you know. That's everything I need, you know, in terms of the food I can get. I love my food, so, you know, I always have a source and outlet for that. You can eat this with a spoon, a fork, chopsticks, anything. Nah, if you do that, then people gonna look at you a certain way. So you gotta use your hands. It's hand food, like this. See? Shook it in there. Get you a nice piece. And you wanna make sure you get a piece of protein with it too, so it's like a full bite. This is where all the powers come from. This is where 40s come from. This is where explosion comes from. This is where strength comes from. Some foods like this. It's just a family-oriented, you know, mindset that I have that I gotta, you know, stick with them and make sure that, you know, the people that, you know, help me get to this position are all right. I feel like a lot of people, especially these days, are like very similar. And I'm not saying that's like bad, but I feel like it's just a different type of vibe. It's always better like when you can say you know where you come from, or you can draw something from your lineage and everything, because, you know, you're different. You gotta make your difference. You know what sets yourself apart, because these days people will make fun of you because you're different. You gotta use being different to set you up in life. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to like do better now. You know, a lot growing up. You know, it's not always about fitting in. It's about like setting yourself apart and understanding what makes you different, so you can, you know, be better in this life. I love creating things and bringing things into fruition, whether it's, you know, playing football on the field, telling myself that, you know, I want to do this, these are my goals, and then working towards it and doing that. Or it's, you know, drawing and you know, I find ways to sketch it. You know, it might not look like what I'm thinking about, but then as you keep on working on it, racing, and you find the way it works. And that's life, man. That's why I'm so peaceful whenever I draw, because it just brings everything back together.
Linebacker number 99, Odafe Oweh.
One of the things he's been so driven about is, you know, trying to make sure that through his platform, you know, there are many other Dafes. Like he says, I was given an opportunity here, and what better purpose would it be to create that type of opportunity for others who, through what he's able to do, be able to open doors for others.
I just feel like I play for just more than just myself. I feel like I play for, obviously, the name on the back of my jersey, Oweh. I've never had my name on my jersey in any sport. I play basketball or football, so just having that and seeing Oweh. I remember I called my mom when it happened. It was just so surreal, because it's just your culture and everything your whole family has been around, and it's on a stage where people are seeing you play. I play for the whole of Nigeria, but I also play for people that missed some opportunities and had to go through some obstacles, some adversities to find themselves. You know, I take that with great responsibility, and you know, I love it. Every single time I come to my locker and I see Oweh, it's just like, you know, I made it, you know, and my family is beyond my back, and I got something to play for.